but let's talk about the Delta variant, which is now the dominant, more than 50% variant. And this is what's dominating UK, this is what hit India. So I think Delta variant is the variant of our times right now. And I always tell people Delta variant is not like any previous variant we've seen. Delta variant is a 2.0 pandemic variant. It is faster, higher, stronger, like in the Olympic terms. It is 2 times more transmissible than the oldest strain, Wuhan 1.0. It's about 50 times more transmissible than the Alpha. And in terms of severity, it is 4 times more severe than the original, 4 to 5. There's another study that says 4.9. 4 to 4.9 times greater risk of hospitalization than the original strain. 2.5-fold greater hospitalization than the Alpha. So basically, it's faster, it's more severe, and it's very vaccine evasive. In all the contact tracing studies in Singapore, there were myriads of cases, like not myriads, but actually 24 cases or more, in which there were transmission from vaccinated to vaccinated, vaccinated to unvaccinated, and unvaccinated to unvaccinated people, but which the chain originally started with a vaccinated person. And contact tracing in Singapore is by far the best in the world. And that's why the urgency, WHO comes out clearly that vaccinated people still need to mask. LA County recommends it, Illinois recommends it, California Capital also recommends and for their staff to mask even if vaccinated.
So my recommendation to everyone really in the South LA area is wear a mask, especially if you're going to be in places where having 6 to 10 feet distance from other folks is not going to be possible. Sort of like in the supermarkets and in public transportation, stuff like that. I agree with Dr. Fagelding as well. I mean, the CDC guidelines, just like anything in government, takes it lags behind. And I think they try to set out recommendations for an entire country. But as we do in medicine, if we take the entire country as just different patients in different areas, you kind of tailor a little bit your message and your therapeutics based on the patient themselves.
In terms of the recent developments in vaccine evasion, so the features of Delta, there are many different changes in this virus. There are only a few of the changes where we have any idea of what the actual effect of the change is. But there are almost certainly other changes that are giving the virus some kind of competitive advantage against your lung, your immune system, and against other viruses. In this part of the country, Alpha arose and basically drove all the other strains to extinction. Delta is doing that right now, and it's doing it to Alpha. So yeah, this is a very aggressive strain in terms of how it spreads. This Delta variant is still close enough to all the other variants that we would expect to see very good vaccine efficacy, at least in terms of protecting people from extreme sickness and death. And that does appear to be mostly what is seen. So the vaccine works. We have the tools that we need to stop this between vaccines and masks. And the difficulty is one of public relations, basically convincing people to do the right thing, even though it's a step more difficult and annoying than doing the wrong thing.